Hey, what is up, everybody? Dirty and
DZAN, what is going on, people? Today is Wednesday, November 30th, but for you, Friday, December 2nd. Welcome to the Dirty and DZAN podcast. If you do not currently follow us on Instagram, do so right now, Dirty and DZAN. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Been a minute. Got a lot of stuff to get to. I think before we jump into anything Dirty D, we got some pretty bad news that happened a couple weeks back. We did not get a chance to talk about it.
This is how we do this thing.
Yes.
We love to bring everything down.
Right. Start sad. Because you know what? It can only go up from there.
Well,
right?
but see, but that's just the thing, though, man. Is it usually we end it like that too?
That is true. It's kind of, yeah, that is true. But sometimes we just don't know how to end it. Listen, Anthony Rumble Johnson, man, silently battling with the sickness, passes away at the age of 38. Of course, to the surprise of everybody who wasn't super close to him, I assume.
Yeah.
Right.
It just an absolutely heartbreaking story. And, you know, DZAN and I are both on record many times on here alone, about our love for Rumble.
Yeah.
He's always been one of our favorite fighters. And, I remember when I saw it, I sent DZAN a link. I was welling up when I sent that text to you. I was literally welling up.
I couldn't believe it.
It's just heartbreaking, man. It really is.
What was worse for me too was the couple days leading after that on social media, seeing all of his post-fight speeches respecting of Daniel Cormier, of John Jones, and how he carried himself in the cage is the same that he carried himself outside the cage. Super respectful and just a great fucking human being. And of course, this kind of shit happens to the best of them, you know? And that's unfortunately kind of what we see.
That's
and
life and the frailty of it.
Yep. So I had to start off with that. All respects out to his family. And
Rumble.
Now let's turn it around. How about them Red Wings? Huh?
Wow.
How about Detroit?
What a start. And we're both Red Wing fans.
Here we go.
Listen, man, this is different. Last year, I remember the first couple of months of the season, we were kind of teetering in that playoff. And then right around this time, the wheels fell off. And then by December, we were completely out of it. Not only are we in the playoff hunt right now, we're in striking distance of, we're in third place right now, but we're in striking distance of second. Now, the downside is we are running through a gauntlet right now. We had Toronto the other night. We lost 4-2. Tonight we got Buffalo. And then then we got this long road trip where we go to Tampa, defending Stanley Cup champions twice over. And then we got to play Florida, who was in the finals last year. They're in the finals in the Western or Eastern Conference. And in Carolina, and it's a gauntlet. If
no one said it was going to be easy. Fuck.
That's right.
Holy shit.
But the thing is if we can get through this at 500, and 500 in hockey is doable on the road. If you can win 500, your winning percentage at 500 on the road in the NHL, you're probably a very good team. So if we can stay at the 500 mark on these, on the backside after December, it starts easing off again. We get a little bit of a break in the schedule somewhat. But here's the thing though. We're getting really solid goaltending this year. Our defense is on point, and the offense is going to come. We've got a lot of new players we brought in. David Perron and Dominic Kubalik and Ben Sherratt, all of these guys, they're still trying to gel right now, but they're trying to gel while we're winning. And so, man, I got to tell you, this is the most exciting time for Red Wings in a good 7 or 8 years.
Yep.
It's just a really, really fun time to be a Red
Well,
Wing
you know, it's Wednesday that we're recording this, and we got a game tonight.
Right.
So we got Sabres. We got to feel a little bit comfortable about that one, right?
Well, Buffalo is one of those teams this year. We lost to them 8-2 about a month ago. And Buffalo is kind of like the Red Wings right now. They're kind of finding themselves. Now they went on a bit of a slump here, but they started out the season red hot. And the past few games, they've been in the games. So that, not only that, they've got two players on their team. Tage, his name is Tage Thompson. He's top 3 center league right now, scoring wise. And then they've got Rasmus Dahlin, a defenseman who is one of the top 5 scoring defensemen in the league. So they got to get shut down tonight.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, we can't compete like that. We're not going to put up 7-8 goals in a game. We're just not. We're going to win games 3-2. We're going to win games 4-1, things like that. Doesn't matter at the end of the season. You get in the playoffs. That's all that matters. So, but yeah, tonight will be a little bit of a test, and then, but especially
Saturday will be the real test.
Yeah,
the first. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Golden Knights, right?
Yeah,
they're first in their division.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
That's going to be
we got a gauntlet coming up at us. So, like I say, if we can stay 500.
Yeah,
I'm going to be very, very happy with that.
Be a happy Dirty D.
It is a very, very exciting time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I love talking to Dirty D when the team's winning and when things are going good. We're not talking about football, but we will talk about NHL.
Right.
All right. Moving on. Now, guys, one thing we did not talk about.
Hey, wait a minute. Speaking of football, you guys might be getting a great wide receiver very soon.
Now, don't jinx me, Dirty D.
And his name is James Washington.
Fuck you. Did you see that meme too?
I walked right into it, man.
You fucking asshole. Oh, that was so good.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that was so good. Yeah, I saw that meme too. So they get the previous, wide receiver, and it was a picture.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was a picture of Odell standing right next to Jackson, and then at the bottom it's all Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Fuckers. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Yeah, but we still do have a shot of getting Odell. So, he's still meeting with teams through the end of this week. And I think he wants the star on his helmet.
Oh, I think that's where he wants to go.
Yeah. So, and you know what? Him and Zeke get along really, really well. Him and Zeke are boys. So I'm hoping for. I think that'll help. That'll help strengthen
Zeke.
Speaking of
healthy Zeke looks really, really good.
Oh yeah, man. And we got Pollard as a backup. Can't even say he's a backup. He's another fucking amazing dude.
You look at the fantasy points. You look at the fantasy points. Tony Pollard's in the top 10 in the league.
I would never think that at the beginning of this season that the NFC East would be the best division in NFL.
Not a chance.
That's how you know how
all due respect
fucking season it. I totally dude. We have the Giants and the fucking Commanders in our division. Of course, we wouldn't think that we'd be the best ones. But even Commanders are fucking out doing shit now. Like, come on, guys. You motherfuckers need to slow down. We're trying to catch up. Like, fucking calm it down. Right. We had a sad, depressing night for UFC 281. I know I did. There was a lot of crazy shit. Molly McCann losing the way she did, absolutely dominating performance, getting that arm almost broken. Dominic Reyes suffering another horrific loss, KO. Frankie Edgar, another horrific KO.
I don't know what happened to that guy, man. Dominic Reyes.
Right? You know what? It's the John Jones curse. People are not the same after they fight John Jones. It's the only person to survive that is Glover Teixeira because he's a fucking weird beast of a man. But yeah, man, Dominic Reyes, Frankie Edgar, his retirement fight getting knocked out the way he did 2 days ago. He's officially removed from the roster. So it's just like I
saw that.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's and then of course, the ending, the end of the night. But first things first, Dan Hooker. Did one of the best performances of his career against Claudio. I had Claudio. I'm not gonna lie. I lost a little faith in Dan. Dan has
I did
become one of
too.
those fighters that has been very up and down,
Mhm.
and you just don't know.
100%.
But he had the best performance of his career that night. And man, if only his team could have followed through, they would have had one hell of an after party. We already talked about Frankie Edgar, Dustin Poirier, and Michael Chandler.
Mm.
We knew that was going to be the fight of the night. Fucking amazing. Can we talk about the controversy about
Uh,
this? Can we?
yeah,
Because you know I can't stand Jolie's wife, right?
I can't either.
And
I can't stomach him, man.
he is a sore loser just as bad as he is a sore winner. For
Hmm.
motherfucker, for you to win the fight and then for Michael Chandler to go up there and shake your hand, tell you were better than him that night, for you to say you're a dirty motherfucker, all this you're still complaining, you're still talking shit after the fight. Only you would still be talking shit after a win. I've said this. His true colors have shown when
Hmm.
fucking as horrible as Colby Covington was talking and released that video where he was talking about him sparring a kid and then being and still after knocking him out.
Yeah.
Like that's when no one sees you. Like that's
Hmm.
your true fucking that's you, dude. And we saw it that night.
And we seen it with the hot sauce and
Yep.
the donations and
Yep.
come on, man.
The
What are
Good
we
Fight
doing here?
Foundation. I mean, come on. We won't talk about that. But I will
Yeah.
say that Michael
Yeah.
Chandler has has fastly grown to be one of my favorite fighters. And he's
Hmm.
like a
Same.
Justin Gaethje in the fact that you don't care whether he wins or loses. You know that it's going to be an
War.
absolute war.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because he is a gamed fighter.
Hmm.
There's anybody to be called game bred, it should be fucking Michael Chandler. Like
100%.
no fucking, there's no way.
He
It,
leaves everything out on the canvas every single time he
yeah,
steps in there,
and
without exception.
And on top of that, he knows how to talk to the mic. He knows
Hmm.
and he knows how to articulate well. Even after the fight, apologizing, says, "You know what? I'm not a cheat. That's not what I do. I do go and reach for the chin. Once he bit on my fingers, I realized that's not his chin. I was done, and I then took it out, and that it is what it is. I apologize if I see him on the street. I'll shake his hand and apologize, and we'll see how that goes. Like that's just who he is as a
Hmm.
person. That's Michael Chandler.
Right.
Not to mention, all the in his personal life, just how amazing of a father,
He's a
just
great
amazing
dad, a
human
great
being he is.
husband. Yeah.
Love Michael Chandler, man. Tough he didn't get that win. But you know what, Dustin, you can't claim to be the best of the best, and then now you say you don't want to fight Benil Dariush. Like,
Yeah.
there's no one who's deserved it more than Benil, deserved it more than
How
you.
how you and I alone have been on this bandwagon for years.
Years, man.
Years.
Years. And it's finally coming for him. And now fucking Dustin, I don't think he's earned it. What else does he have to do? He's won more in this division, I feel like, in the past 4 years than you have, bud. Like, come on.
That is so ridiculous. I didn't know that he said that.
Yeah. He said it's
That's
not a name that wakes me up. You know what? If you still want to be a champion, you shouldn't be looking for the name that wakes you up. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That's at the end of my career talk.
Right.
Then just get out of here, dude. Like, we don't need that boggling down the division. One of the best divisions we have right now. We don't need that,
Right.
That's how I feel. And I feel like that's how Dirty feels. So we'll move
This is
on.
how Dirty feels. Very astute.
Carla Esparza. Thank
Yes.
God lost to Zhang Weili. Woo! Zhang Weili. My favorite female
First of all,
fighter.
listen, we got to talk
Besides
about the
first.
condition she came in.
Oh, wait, which one?
Zhang Weili.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Like
my
a fucking
God.
Ford F-150. Oh my God.
Jacked.
Yes,
Fucking
dude.
jacked.
I love her. I love
do
her
too.
so much, dude. God, what a great fucking fight and an outstanding performance for her as well. Fucking picture perfect.
The thing about her is, she had that thing with Joanna and all of that. And then, then she loses. And how many times have we seen where somebody kind of is on the rise, and then they lose, and then they just the
fall.
bottom falls out?
Yes.
I'd say 90% of the time, right?
Yep.
And then 1% of the time, you get somebody that just completely reinvents themselves. Because
Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Yeah. Don't get me going, man. Come on now. But she really did. She completely reinvented herself, and she just looks like a completely different fighter. And it's not that she needed to really. I just felt like she needed to kind of tweak a few things, but she like reinvented herself.
Yeah. Yeah. She came in wrestling like a beast too. She mixed it together more than we thought. We thought she was, a striker.
And that's what I meant
Henry
by
Cejudo did
reinventing
well.
herself.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Fucking amazing, dude. She's well more rounded than she was
One of my
before.
favorite fighters
Me
right now.
too. Me too. I can't wait to see that. I think it'll be the trilogy then with her and Rose when we get to see that inevitably. Israel Adesanya, Alex Pieta. It happened to Kamaru Usman. It happened to Israel Adesanya. You're on your way to winning by unanimous decision. And at least you didn't get fucking shit kicked into the shadow realm. You at least had your faculties about you. I don't agree that it was an early stoppage. Ref did what they needed to do. All fine with that there. What does suck, you know what I mean? And I hate to be that guy to be like, if Izzy just had 5 more seconds in that round, you know what I mean? If only it would be completely different.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. If Nate would have just had a little bit longer with Leon, you know what I mean? It completely different. But it is what it is. And as great and humble as a champion, he is in defeat. And that's why he is my favorite fighter currently fighting.
Listen, that's how you want someone to lose.
Yep.
He didn't go over the top and and do this
blame the ref
thing.
Right.
Or that, but like this pretend thing where, I wasn't, I had this injury in the camp and all of that.
He got a lucky shot and yeah. No excuses.
None.
Earned it. Yeah. He owned it.
And listen, let's give Michelle Pajeda,
Alex Pieta.
I'm sorry. Alex Pajeda.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, a thing popped up on my screen. Let's give him his flowers because the dude, he beat him before.
Yeah.
And he did it again.
Yep. And how about all those
Israel
videos too? How about all those videos too from Mohad that
right
about him? Is he doing something and then Alex getting into that and then doing it as well? That's going to follow him for a little bit, and he knows it, and that's what he said too. He's all, I'm not going to live this one down for a bit, and I know that, you know what I mean. And he just fucking great champion as he is, you know what I mean. Just in defeat, I love it. He really.
But Alex Pajeda though, he's a tough motherfucker, man.
God,
he's so fucking strong, and he has like a command inside of that cage. Excuse me, Dana, octagon. He's a special guy right there. So if anybody was going to take Izzy out, you're glad that it was somebody like Alex Pajeda. So
it sucks that he has so few UFC fights, unproven to the mainstream, I guess, you know what I mean?
To the mainstream, but we know.
Right. But we know. Couple more things here. That was UFC 281.
By the way, I just want to point out there is a Michelle Pajeda that fights in UFC.
Yes, there is a Michelle Pajeda.
That's
he
why
likes to do backflips.
I know some people are going to be like, "Well, you act like you know who he was, and then you call the wrong name."
Not the guy who does spinny shit. The other one.
All 3 of the people that are going to watch this.
I'd be like, "What the fuck, dirty?" Oh man, how about we have in December 10th?
Shout out, Michael.
Yeah, that's right. We got Patty the Baddie fighting December 10th, and we got to see him on Twitter a couple days ago with his dog taking a sloppy shit. What a great human he is too. Just gonna go ring on my dog took a sloppy shit.
Nobody in my neighborhood does that.
No way.
There's dog shit in my yard all the time. Nobody ever says any fucking thing.
Dude, how great to just you get a notification on Ring.
Can you imagine?
Are you Patty the Baddie?
Fucking Patty the Baddie.
Yeah.
And he just completely dismissed it. He just kept going, my dog took his shit.
Do you have a bag or something? I don't want to leave it. Like
he wanted to wash it off.
Man, you gotta love him, dude. You gotta fucking love him.
He is a character,
awesome. Man. Dirty, I have a question for you. How do you go from being a goat to a rat? I'm gonna help you. You sue Conor McGregor. Sue Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
You nasty rat bastard. You are no longer the GOAT, Artem Lobov. You are a snake, slimy rat piece of shit. And the only reason why we called you the GOAT is because you're friends with the real GOAT. I disown you, and I'm glad you're retired.
Can I say something?
Please.
If he was so concerned about that, why didn't he take the $1 million
$1
when
million.
Connor offered it to him?
Exactly. It's because he's fucking retired. He wasted all of his money and he needs more, and he ain't no fucking true friend.
And you know what's going to happen? Khabib is going to capitalize on this.
Oh, yeah. He's already slaying slick shit about taking over. We're really taking over because his fucking cousin got Bellator champion. And get the fuck out of here, okay?
Right.
Whatever the fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Last bit of news before we leave you guys today. We got a big update in John Jones's return. It's not going to be Stipe Miocic. Not going to be Stipe. Unfortunately, Stipe's father just passed away this last weekend. He has a lot going on in his personal life. It's not happening. Ain't going down. The new thing is John Jones is going to be booked for March. Francis Ngannou, unless his knee isn't ready. If his knee is not ready,
right.
Curtis Blades. Both matchups are fantastic. But Curtis, you have an interim title. Francis, you have the biggest fight in UFC history.
The thing here, we got two completely different things, though, because Curtis is a wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
Francis is a boxer.
Yeah.
So,
yep. Which you know what, to be honest, I'm not worried about John in either. He knows both very, very well. If you can out wrestle DC and be the first one to take DC down the way you did, I don't think you'd have a problem with Curtis Blades up 40 pounds. I don't know. I may be completely wrong here. I'm probably completely wrong here. I
wouldn't say you're completely wrong because that's fair.
Right. We haven't seen it
DC
before.
Thing. But wrestling is something, that's one of those things. It's like kind of like playing a guitar. You got to do your scales every single day.
Right.
And I'm not sure how much wrestling John Jones has been doing.
Right.
And he hasn't really fought a wrestler in a long time.
It's been a long time.
So that's why I say
anybody, right?
Yeah, I think the conventional
his last wrestler was Dominic Reyes.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the conventional person would say, well, if it was Ngannou, then I would give the favor to Ngannou. I don't know that I subscribe to that. I think it would be more troubling to have a wrestler than it would be for John Jones, who's going to come in lighter than Francis Ngannou. He's going to be able to move a lot better than Francis. So I don't know that he would get caught by Francis. Whereas with wrestling, kind of anything can happen. With Francis, it's you've got to avoid that right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with wrestling, there's just so many variables. So that's why I say that.
Well, and I think we just have two different thoughts on this one because being a previous Jones like fanatic, right, and seeing all of his fights so much, he gets hit a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He gets hit a lot. I'm more worried about him catching just one from Francis than I am about him being controlled by Curtis, because if there's one thing we've seen, it's him getting hit. If there's one thing we haven't seen, it's him being controlled. So I guess that's where I'm a little unfazed.
The only thing where I push back on that is Francis Ngannou is not quick at all. He's just very powerful.
Very, very. That's a really good point. It'd be a lot easier for him to not get hit by a Francis who telegraphs so much more.
Everything he throws, he telegraphs.
Than a Dominic, than a Thiago Santos.
I think for John Jones, it would be a much easier fight.
Right.
Because he could point him to death. In my opinion, I think that would be the best victory.
You know what? I think you just sold me.
Victory.
No, I think you're absolutely right. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw it here first. You converted me.
DZAN agree with Dirty.
I agree. I was wrong. Holy shit. I was wrong. Wow. Oh my God. I need to go take a shower. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you guys so much. I know we've been a little inconsistent as of late.
With that said,
Dirty's going to say something.
We have kind of teased some things here, and we're not going to tell you anything new here.
Right.
But just as a reminder, there is some news coming here very soon. We just we're figuring some things out right now, and we want to hit the ground running before we announce that. So just stay tuned.
stay tuned. That's actually perfect. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out, guys.